after the dispersal that happened in Charter Towers, we realized the cruelty that these people are all capable of doing. And they did a dispersal before the babies could fly, purposely. And they were too big for the mothers to carry. So these little babies were stuck in the trees, crying, needed help. Nobody cared. They used smoke, they used helicopters, they used fire hoses, they even used paintball guns to shoot these little animals. And their excuse was because there was so many bats. Well, what had happened was the Reds came into town. They travel up the coast and through all of Australia, doing the little rounds of the plants, flowering plants, and they just happened to go to Charter Towers, where the news, of course, shows all the little Reds coming into town and putting it up as plague proportions. And they try to say, oh, well, we're not after the black flying foxes, just the little Reds. But there was no line of these are the Reds and these are the black flying foxes. So they all got it. And it was terrible because they wouldn't let carers help the babies. And it was just a terrible, terrible thing. And it could have been prevented because years ago all the bats were on the outskirts of the city. They weren't in the park. But the mayor decided to cut down all the trees, get rid of the flying foxes, and where were they to go? They went into the park and made their home the park. And now they want them out of the park, but there is no place for them to go now. So instead of maybe making a habitat for them or something for them, they want to move them on, but they have nowhere to go. So it's not the best plan. I don't think they did. If they would try to help, the situation by talking to carers or anybody who knows anything about bats, will tell them that, for one, dispersals don't work. They don't work. And by cutting down all the trees everywhere is not the solution. And everywhere I go, it's been more and more apparent that this is their big plan. Just cut down the trees, cut down the trees. There's just not bats that live in those trees. There's birds, there's other animals that need those trees. But it's a quick solution. Get rid of the bats. Get rid of the bats. Well, the bats are going to go somewhere. Either learn to live with them, or if you can't learn to live with them, make something for them to go, somewhere for them to go. Because they are needed. They are very needed. And I think Queensland needs to understand this. Instead of hating something, learn to live with it. And if we ask you to help us, please help us. Please send those emails, sign the petitions. Your voice is so important, so very important, more important than ours. And in the back here we have the two little grays, and 15, 20 years from now, they could be gone. They could be extinct. And if we don't try to stop what's going on, then they will be gone. They will be gone. And if we were able to try to stop this, we need to. We need to try to stop it. So thank you for all your help, because I know you guys are little bat warriors, and we really need your help. So when you see this video, please don't just watch it and go nice. Help us, please. Please, please, please. Thank you so much.